Hey everybody, how you doing? IntoWeapons back again with you. Got a new toy to share with you. Pretty excited to put some rounds through it. Just arrived at my FFL. What we're going to look at today is the Heizer Defense PAK1 AK pocket pistol in 7.62x39. Again, this just came to the market. I was able to get one a little bit quicker due to my FFL situation, but excited to show you guys here. We have this version, which is the black one. They also have one with a stainless steel barrel or a chrome barrel. I'm not sure which one it is, but this also has the ported barrel option. As you can see there, it's got the ports on the end of the barrel, and that's a little bit of an upgrade as well. So it came in this little cardboard box here with some instructions and stuff in there. We'll take a quick peek in there, kind of show you what it came with. Got the gun case. I got the spent test round here. We have some instructions in here. I probably should have read through that. I did not, but we'll go ahead and do that later, I guess. Too excited to put some rounds through this guy. We have the packing slip here and a gun lock. So some standard stuff that normally comes with guns that you'll find in this package. The gun itself, obviously, there you go. Both sides. As you can see, it's a tip open barrel, and it kind of ejects like a shotgun almost. It kind of looks like, and the button here to open the tip up barrel there, and that's pretty much it. Pretty minimal. There's no safeties or there's no slide to rack or anything like that. Single shot, obviously. So we have some ammo here. We have some Fiochi, or how you pronounce that, 7.62x39 brass. We have the Red Army Standard, which is steel case, and we also have some Tula ammo, which is steel case. I wanted to maybe put a round through each and just see what it did for each of these types of ammunitions. I'm not sure how much I'm going to actually be able to shoot this guy due to the comfort level of it, but we'll certainly find out. And I kept our target here pretty close. I think it's at 5 yards, so we'll hopefully get something on paper there. Again, I don't know how accurate this thing is going to be really with that short little barrel there, but we'll find out. So let's get her up on the tripod. We'll put some rounds through this guy. Okay, so our first round we're going to put through this is the Red Army Standard. This is a lead core, non-corrosive steel case, 30 cartridges, made in Romania, 123 grain full metal jacket. I did just pop through the owner's manual real quickly just to see what's going on, and just because I didn't want to miss anything, I guess. And I did see that they mentioned on the first page that lower quality ammo, such as maybe this, might provide a stuck cartridge or a sticky release. So we'll have to see if we have any issues with that at all. But hopefully, one of these ammos will work sufficiently enough for us. So first round here, we're going to stick it in. Got my gloves on, so check my hands a little bit here. Pop her down, and we're pretty much ready to go. So let's go to see what we can do. Push this forward and see if we can get this thing to, oh yeah, I can see we got a stuck gun here. It definitely doesn't want to come open on me. So I'm going to have to grab some tools here and see if I can pry this open. I kind of figured this would happen. I have lower quality ammunition, so unable to get that open. We'll go ahead and get a nylon punch here and see if we can get her open for another round. Okay, so I was able to get it free. What I used was a hammer and then a little nylon rod here just to kind of punch it open. And after inspecting the cartridge, I don't see any abnormalities or any kind of bulging of the case. And I apologize trying to get a good view of this for you guys, but the casing looks pretty normal. There isn't any abnormalities that I noticed. And the primer strike looks pretty decent. I don't see anything abnormal with that either. It looks maybe just a little bit light, but overall I don't, again, see anything that stands out as a problem. So we got it out. We'll go ahead and try a round of this Fiochi 7.62x39, which I think is a little bit higher of a standard ammunition, but I guess I'm not really sure. I don't use a whole lot of this, but one thing that I noticed is obviously it's brass case, so maybe we'll have a little bit better luck with this one. All right, let's give her a whirl. Bullseye ring there, so we got that fired. We'll go ahead and see if we can pop this open, and again we got it locked up. She ain't moving, so I'll have to punch this one open again, and we'll try some of that Tula ammo, which I expect at this point not to work. Okay, so we got that round out. What I have here now is a Tula ammo, which is 7.62x39, 122 grain full metal jacket, steel case, non-corrosive, burred and primed. This is probably some of the cheaper stuff on the market. What I was looking at though is the primer on this particular one. I don't know if I'm going to hopefully get you a good picture of this, but that primer is actually seated pretty low in this case. So after looking at the other rounds, I think I might have a problem with a light primer strike on this. That's kind of what I'm expecting, just because the other rounds, which have a decently seated primer there, seem to have a lighter primer strike. So we'll see what we get out of this guy, if we even get a fire out of it or not. Alright. Alright, so we pulled the trigger, we had nothing happen here. Pretty much a hang fire. I'm just going to give it a good 30 seconds here, make sure I'm not going to have this thing blast off while I'm handling it, so we're just going to keep it safe, pointed down range, but we definitely did not have a strike there. Once I give it a good amount of time here, what I'll do is I'll pop that round out, and we'll take a look at that primer and see what we got going on. Okay, so I gave it a good minute, let the round sit there, make sure I don't have no hang fire, but as you can see, we do have a primer strike there. Hopefully you guys can make that out. So it definitely had a primer strike, but it just wasn't enough to let this round loose. So pretty interesting, but again, after kind of looking at how far that primer seated in this this case, I didn't expect that to actually work. But you know, you put these rounds through an AK-47 all day long, it doesn't have any problems. So something to take into consideration if you end up buying one of these is it's probably not going to eat that real cheap stuff, especially the Tula ammo, because of the primer, but also because of the sticky bolt situation. And I guess I'll have to try to find an ammunition that works with it, and I'll contact Heizer Defense to see if they maybe have a recommendation on particular ammo that they used. I did take out the test round that they put through this gun and pushed it into the barrel and you know, into the chamber, and just kind of checked it and was able to close it and open it. It didn't seem like it was hanging up at all, whereas when I put in one of the spent rounds that I've shot, it did seem to hang up. So it might really come down to an ammunition type thing, but until I know what ammunition they use and test it, I really can't say for sure. So what I'll do is, since we do have it working, is I'll go ahead and do some different camera angles and see if I can just get some good muzzle flashes for you guys, and a couple good scenes of me shooting this thing. So we got Mike here. He's going to do the PAK1 AK pocket pistol. He's going to attempt that one-handed. Alright, so we put around 10-15 rounds through it, I think, and overall really impressed with it. Actually, it doesn't recoil as much as you'd expect. It is intimidating to first shoot it, but once you get used to it, it's actually not bad at all. It's not even halfway as bad as a Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. So overall, nice little pistol. It's more of a novelty, but it's certainly a fun gun to have at the range, and people are able to shoot it without, you know, killing themselves. And overall, it's a kind of a neat little gun, so I like it. I give it a thumbs up. Its ejection problems and ammo specific problems I'm not too sure of. Maybe a break-in period will help that out. We'll have to find out and see. I'll have to shoot some rounds through it, but the target here at 5 yards is actually looking pretty decent, considering that I didn't try very hard. I was just more trying to pull that trigger and kind of feel how the gun is, instead of, you know, really aiming a whole lot. But not a bad grouping, considering I'm not trying, and it's definitely getting on paper there, so that's a good sign. But overall, really like it, guys. It's kind of a fun gun. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I appreciate watching. Until next time, take her easy.